was attracted to animation by the drawings. A drawing could come to life and create genuine emotion from the viewers. I soon had the desire to create something that could move people in the same way. Initially, I tried to figure out how to portray personality through 2D animation, but when I discovered 3D animation, my interest changed. I felt 3D animation was a more marketable skill and a better avenue to portray the emotion I was striving for. I realized how much more I enjoy the process when animating in 3D. Thinking in 3D space came more easily to me than 2D. For my thesis work, I wanted to create a short story that carried a deeper meaning and taught a specific lesson. As I started planning, I realized that I was going about it the wrong way. I thought that I could have a theme already in place and then fit a story within that theme. I realized, however, that the story needed to come first. Once the characters and events are in place, the theme can develop and flourish. After I had this realization, I switched my focus from what theme can I present to what story can I tell. Yet, even with that realization, I could not create something I enjoyed. It was not until I was shown a small Big Hero 6 animation test of different characters interacting with the same chair that I had an aha moment. I could create a small performance showcase where each character could interact with a common object. I quickly realized I was more excited about this project than my initial theme-driven project. When approaching the performances and characters for this project, I wanted to demonstrate something we all might relate to. Perhaps you've experienced something similar to the characters I portrayed in my short, or perhaps those personality types remind you of someone else you know. The point is, everyone acts differently and uniquely, even if they tackle the same situation. Originally, I figured that this short would not contain any sort of story, just a boy, a girl, and a grandpa interacting with forbidden cookies. Later, I added the mom to the family to create a better variety of characters. As I continued with the storyboard though, I saw a story of how people justify their behavior blossoming without the need to change the main story points. After the storyboarding phase, my mentality shifted. In focusing on the characteristics of each character, I was able to lessen the worries I had working on this project. Worries like, how will people relate? Or, are the emotions clear enough? I had a great support system from classmates. Teachers also gave me confidence. During this final semester, my trust in God grew more than before. The stress of your senior work and facing your future and who you are becoming as an adult can be overwhelming at times. A verse I kept repeating in my head was Colossians 3:23 and 24. And whatever you do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not to men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward of inheritance, for you serve the Lord Jesus Christ. That, first and foremost, gave me the thoughts and feelings that everything will turn out okay. While producing this project, I overestimated the time I had and the speed in which I worked. This realization ended up costing one of my characters, the little boy. I feel this is a big loss because the boy's actions brought more life to the whole short. He was the one I was most excited about animating because I felt the child in me would come out. Despite that loss, now I have come to understand my work ethic in a better way. I realized there is more to blocking and splining than meets the eye. For example, when planning the character's actions, you have to view it as an acting role. You have to ask yourself, why is this character acting this way? What would they be thinking about? How can you portray those thoughts in their actions? And why does it matter? The clip that mainly inspired me was the Big Hero 6 example. Other than that, specific scenes from movies like Inside Out, Prince of Egypt, and Puss in Boots 2 have also inspired me. It was really good to depend on classmates and outside sources when it came to things I knew I was not good at, such as sound design, lighting, and set design. I really appreciate all those who have helped me and aided me in this journey. Due to my choice of focus for my thesis, my portfolio has been enhanced since last year. As well as having more work, my skills and judgment have grown. I understand my workflow much better and feel more prepared for professional work. This summer, I plan to take a much-needed break from animation by working one final summer at camp. After that, I plan to work towards adding dialogue and action examples to my portfolio, as well as growing my connections upon returning home. I have also considered furthering my animation study via a mentor course, like Anim School. Overall, my aim is to continue to grow and be guided by God in this career path. Thank you for listening.